Hi, it's Hazel, and welcome to my channel, Hazel Anaka Design. Thank you so much for being here. I sometimes forget to say that. So if you are a new subscriber, welcome. If you have been with me for a longer period of time, welcome back. And I find myself in the unusual position of not having a single video pre-done and scheduled. So today will be a day of marathon video making. And this one in particular is long overdue. This is the hashtag CCT52 2024 challenge, and it's the one that's hosted by Caroline's Craft Tree. And I'm not going to go into the mechanics of it because it's almost over. I mean, it's been running since January 1st, so I want to show you what I've done to sort of catch up. Maybe I'll do these one at a time. Okay, so this one, I thought I had written a note. A bit of a cheat sheet going here. Oh, right here. Okay, so this was week 39, and the prompt I got was envelope. I mean, the project was envelope, and the elements I had to have were holes, a paper doily, and something square. So I covered the envelope with some scrapbooking paper. I tore a black piece of paper in a square. Although, looking at it now, it doesn't seem particular. This corner is too high. And then punched holes in it with, a 1 inch, a 5/8, and a standard punch, and then my couple of other ones. And I thought that was looking pretty good until I looked back at my prompts and realized, forgot the doily. So I had to, do the doily. I think it was a little more dramatic, honestly, when just that background paper was showing. And then I thought, okay, that doesn't look like much in itself. So I had 2 of those glittery owls stickers that were kicking around and just used that to, see what I mean, with no doily? I don't know. Anyway, I suppose this could have been further embellished in some way, but honestly, when I was probably a good 10 weeks behind, some things had to give. So that was week 39. Whoops, sorry, I moved my light. Now this was week 40. Now this is this tag is, I should have probably, and I still can, chop something off the one end or the other because it's too tall for this little address book thing that I've been using. Still haven't figured out which week I owed the mermaid to, but anyway, there she is, waiting. I took out some of the pages, the blank pages, because I, of course, had no idea how many were needed. I don't like that it doesn't really close, and I have all these loose elements from previous weeks to still fit in there, so not probably the greatest choice. Anyway, back to this one. The project was either a week. The project was a week. The project was either a tag or a card, and this is kind of too big for. Anyway, enough excuses. The prompts were lock, so I had a couple of these. I have a lock collection, so this was some of my own photography, and I just found, by some fluke, I found these 2 scraps. Something cold, which I thought was a winter scene, and food packaging. And surprisingly enough, food packaging might be harder than you think. So I had saved pieces of this foil packaging from chocolate. Yes, a chocolate bar had to be harmed in the filming of this video. This book page had already been gessoed, I wrapped my background papers, and I'm kind of determined to use more book page. So I worked that into, I ran it around the edges so I had a nice clean finished edge, even around some of the seam around the corners, and then glued that down. But like I said, I could shave a bit off one or both ends and call that a better size in proportion for the number of elements. Okay. 41 pocket. Okay. So, and Caroline, when you're watching this, please don't forget you owe me a pick-a-pocket video. So, I don't know. Do you have to stop the camera and quickly drop everything and do a pick-a-pocket? This is what I chose to do. So it was pocket. It had to be, I had to use vellum and something that flies. So I had a piece of this cardstock, and itty bitsy piece. Oh, see, you can't really tell. Which was a laborious process, and now I've covered it up with vellum. I had some nice cardstock, but the problem with it was that I had deconstructed something that I'd thrifted, and it had all the glue residue from a tape runner at the back of it. So it was constantly sticking to things, and I thought, no, let me finish this. So what I had done, but again, you can't really see, is kind of make it like a mosaic. So in between all of the scraps are little itty bitty pieces of the background. Anyway, I had a scrap piece of vellum, so I used that. And then when I found this dragonfly, and this is just I don't know, I didn't do anything with this paper. Oh, I thought the vellum could make the pocket, and of course there could be a pocket behind, or if this, it could go there as well. I don't know why I'm so determined to show you that. I guess because it took me forever to do it. And then I just used some blue stickers to sort of bring those things together. And that was week 40. Oh, whoops, this was in the back here. Okay, and then square suitcase. Oh, this side. Okay, this was week 42. And you'll notice, and this is part of my continuing growth and evolution as an artiste. As an artiste. I think when you say artiste, you're supposed to go like this with your hands. Anyway, to be more, adventurous. So never in my life have I put wings on people before, but I happen to have these felt hearts, so that met the obligation for felt. I had these square punch outs. Now it's pretty hard to tell that these are squares at this point, although there is a little crack showing there. So squares, felt, person, sign, and suitcase. And I have anyway, I'll stop making excuses. I will say that this just reminds me, yet again, Caroline, that I can have a lot of stuff, but boy, oh boy, when I need a specific thing, it can be almost impossible to find it. Hence the mermaid. I also added just some mark making because at one point, those red wings were the only things on the page. That's also why I threw in that sticker. So, and I had to draw a little bit of a post for that sign. I don't think, no, there will be no prize coming in the mail for this layout, but everything doesn't have to be prize winning. and since I'm talking to Caroline in specific, I just wanted to say to all of you out there who have given birth, I think that it's part of the grand plan that women forget the the downside of pregnancy and the pain of delivery, and because otherwise there would never be a second child born in any family. So part of me is tempted to, I'm sure she's going to come up with CCT 52 2025, and part of me is so tempted to think, I don't know. But I'm hoping that forgetting the childbirth between the end of December and the beginning of January encourages me to do this again, because I really think there is a benefit to it. But honestly, when I struggle to find some stuff, I think to myself, oh, that woman, damn her. Anyway, and you know I mean that in jest. Okay, so this was 42. Week 43, again, I got the prompt page. Music, oh, I have it here. Lady, and because this was just ripped out of text, she kind of had to be that way. This is vintage wallpaper. There's a cat that I had fussy cut. And I thought, oh, surely to goodness I have an inkwell cut out. Well, no, I had to find some images. These all happen to be on the same page. So I just photocopied them because this isn't going anywhere. I can photocopy and perch that cat on top of that inkwell. Thought these were very beautiful together, and that's what I did here. Now, it annoys me somewhat that the cat's eyes and the lady's eyes don't kind of, like I put the cat there so it'd be kind of like, oh, she's mesmerized by the cat, and the cat kind of spooked by the lady. But overthinking it a bit, Hazel. Okay, and then week 44, and this one I actually have to still finish. So again, it was a page. So the prompts were favorite place, wood, purple, hand, and beads. So I'm thinking, well, I don't really save images of landscapes or place names, really. So why don't I just use a map of Canada? Because truly, Canada is my favorite place. And I didn't want to, I didn't want the country to separate. So I just did it as a fold out. Found this in my graphic design book. So I thought, okay, purple flower. Found this in the graphic design book. Again, that surrealism and foreshortening that makes this hand look kind of distorted. And then I thought, okay, wood. Well, I have a million wood pieces, so I glued those on here like the center of the flower. However, I still had the problem of beads. But because I was doing this about 1 o'clock this morning, like I was kind of getting a little punch drunk, so I thought, well, I'll leave the bead part till today. So then when I started looking through beads and wondering what might work, I came up with all of these, and these are wood. Now, see, my intention was to just glue something on there, but I think I'm going to, where's my little something rather? I'm going to pry these guys up. Now, it was nice to use them, if only temporarily. I'm going to pry them up and then replace them with those. Oh, I probably didn't bring enough. Oh, shoot. And now I'm going to have all the torn paper to cover. Well, I do think I have a few more of those, so I may not finish this right. Ugh. When that glue sticks, man, oh man. And at first I thought, oh, great way to use up seed beads. And then I smacked myself and thought, are you nuts? Who wants to fool around with gluing a million little seed beads down? Although I suppose I could have, but I didn't want yellow. I don't think I have orange. I kind of wanted, what I liked about this natural wood color is that it kind of seemed to work with the hand and the color below. But so yesterday we dropped everything and we just left home to try to do some Christmas shopping, and I'd been overcharged for something at a store, charged twice for something at a store. This is probably not going to work that well. If I could cover at least all the paper tears, I'd be happy. So it was a gorgeous day. A lot of melting happening. Yeah, I'm at least one short. But maybe what I should do, what do I have within reach here? Oh, you know what? Instead of fooling around with that, I keep this chalk set because it's a new medium, or a new, medium to me. I kind of keep it nearby as a reminder to use it. Oh, see, that's a good, whoopsie. That's a good little design. I mean, what am I trying to say? That was a good decision for quickly covering that up and making it look more au naturel. I'm not going to bother blending a second. Blending a second color. I hope the fact that I stayed up too late working on stuff doesn't mean that today is just one accident after another. I think I'll use Fabri-Tac. Because look how well it gripped the first time. Anyway, yeah, we accomplished a little, some things yesterday, like a couple gifts for a gift exchange. Did get the error corrected on that previous invoice. What else? Oh, we had to gird our loins and go to prepare for a Costco run. Our membership expired in November, so it was high time to do that. And honestly, what a zoo, that place. If I didn't have to go there, I wouldn't. I mean, and I make a big deal about it and maybe do a little more complaining than is warranted, but honestly, I'm not sure that that's really the best. It's like going to West Edmonton Mall. Oh my God. For the longest time, it was had the billing as the world's largest mall. And it is kind of, I guess a tourist attraction or whatever. The part I like about it is that in the past, when there have been conferences, either I as a delegate or my husband as a delegate for something that he was at, it's the hotel is connected to the mall. Look, now with my little disguise, I don't even have to look for another bead. You could, leave your coat in your room and you didn't have to worry about where your car was parked. You could just shop, take your stuff back to your room, and worry about that later. What do I have there? I guess maybe I'm seeing the glossiness of the paper and the matte of the chalk, but anyway, so that brings me to week 44, baby. And I think the last video that Caroline did was maybe week 48, so I'm nearly caught up. Yay! So this is just the first of many videos that I'll be doing today, so thank you so much for joining me. And yeah, good luck if you're heading out there to shop, or I think we have freezing rain in the forecast, so that is never fun. Oh, and let me tell you, I have been, when I think back to the number of times I've fallen over the years, I think that I've discovered the reason. They're just little, slip-on boots. Well, they're not even really boots, I guess. They do have a bit of a lining in them. And for most of these mild winters, it's not like I'm trekking through God knows what kind of snow. I'm walking usually from the house to the garage, from the garage to wherever. So I don't need anything knee-high. So they're just like they're like shoes essentially, but they're padded inside. They're Merrells. They fit my orthotics, and they've got this grip like you wouldn't believe. Except what I have since discovered, or what I think I've discovered, is that the sole is so hard that it doesn't grip or flex. It just becomes it's like a slip and slide. It's like, they slide. So I think that may be my last wearing of them. And I'm going to switch to something with a softer sole that can, that has some, anyway, I don't know if I'm full of what, but that is my theory, because honestly, and the other thing is, I could also be using those strap-on, like studded things, but it was just by the grace of God that I didn't break or sprain anything the other day. So still recovering from that fall. So anyway, guys, sorry for that little tangent. Thank you, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.